Ok, se escucha, listo. Hello everyone, welcome back to a podcast. Today I want to share something very personal, something that really changed my life. The topic is how boxing improved my discipline. Now, I know that when most people hear the word boxing, the first things that come to mind are fighting, punch, or maybe even blood and broken noses. And yes, boxing is a combat sport, but what I want to talk about today is not really the violence of it. What I want to explore is the mindset, the lifestyle, and especially the discipline that boxing has taught me. Because honestly, discipline was something I struggled with for years. Before I ever put on gloves, I was the kind of person who start things but never really finished them. I would get motivated for a week or two, maybe go to the gym a few times, try to study hard for a short period, or start a new habit like journaling or meditating. But then the motivation would disappear. I would get tired, distracted, or just lazy. And I would stop. Deep down, I want to be consistent, but I didn't know how. That's where boxing came in. At first, I thought it was just going to be about learning how to throw punches, but little by little, I realized boxing was teaching me something much more powerful: how to be disciplined. The first thing I learned from boxing is that motivation is overrated. Motivation feels good, but it's temporary. You can watch a movie like Rocky or see a highlight clip of Mike Tyson and feel inspired for a couple of hours. But discipline is different. Discipline is what makes you show up when you don't feel like it. Boxing is tough. It's not like regular gym workout where you can just lift weights, check your phone, and leave whenever you want. In boxing, you have to be present, focused, and consistent. Your coach, your coach notice when you're not giving your best. Your sparring partner feels it when you're not sharp. The heavy bag doesn't lie. And if you skip training, it shows. That pressure forced me. The pressure for me. The pressure forced me to be disciplined. Another way to help me is by giving me a routine. I used to hate. I used to hate routines. I thought routines were boring, like they would trap me in a cycle. But boxing made me realize the structure actually gives you freedom. For example, training usually happens at specific times. You can just show up whenever you want. If training is at 6 p.m., then you need to organize your whole day around that. You can you can't you can't you can't eat junk food right before. You can't stay up super late the night before. And you can't waste time during the day because you know you'll need energy for the gym. That structure gave me a sense of order that I had never experienced it before. Suddenly, I was sleeping better, eating better, and planning my day more carefully. And all of that came just because I didn't want to show up tired and get destroyed during training. One of the most surprising lessons boxing taught me is that discipline is not only about the big things, like winning fights or doing hard workouts. It's also about the small details. For example, Wrapping your hands properly, it takes a few minutes and a bit of patience, but it's necessary if you want to protect your wrists or knuckles. At first, I used to rush it or skip it, but eventually I realized that those small details add up. If you don't respect the little things, you pay the price later. Another example is conditioning. Conditioning. Skipping rope, skipping rope might look simple, but it's not easy to do for 3, 5, or 10 rounds straight. Jumping rope every single day taught me patience and rhythm. It also taught me that progress doesn't come overnight. You get better with showing up showing up day after day, even when you don't see results immediately. Boxing also taught me discipline in the face of fear. The first time I sparred, I was terrified. My heart was racing, my legs felt weak, and I wanted to back out. But I didn't. And even though I got hit, I learned something important. Discipline means showing up even when you're scared. Life is full of scary moments, exams, job interviews, difficult conversation, or taking a big risk. Boxing prepare me for those situations. It showed me that fear is normal, but quitting is optional. The disciplined person keeps going, even when they uncomfortable. The beautiful thing about boxing is the discipline I learned in the gym start to spread into other parts of my life. I become more disciplined with my studies. I stopped procrastinating as much because I realized that the same consistency I apply in boxing could be applied to reading, learning, and writing. I become more disciplined with my health. With my health, I start paying attention to what I ate, how much I sleep, and how I manage stress. I even become more disciplined with relationships. Boxing taught me respect for my coach, my training partners, and the sport itself. And that respect made me more patient and understanding with the people in my life. Listen that stay with me. If I had to summarize, I would say boxing gave me these key lessons about discipline. Show up no matter what, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. Trust the process. Progress takes time. The results don't come instantly. Respect the small things. The details matter more than you think. 4 is face fear with courage. Discipline means doing what's necessary even when you're scared. And the last is let discipline guide you outside the gym. Because real growth happens when you apply it in your daily life. So, how did boxing improve my discipline? It transformed me from someone who relied on motivation to someone who can rely on discipline. It turned me from someone who wants quick result into someone who trusts the process. I tag, I take, no, I tag me the real strength is not just physical, it's mental and emotional. And maybe the biggest lesson of all is this discipline is freedom. It might sound strange, but it's true because when you're disciplined, you are free from laziness, eh, free from regret, free from waste potential. Discipline gives you the ability to create the life you actually want. Boxing was just the tool that taught me this lesson. But I believe everyone can find their own version of boxing. Something that challenge them. Something that challenges them, humbles them, and pushes them to be consistent. For me, it was boxing gloves and heavy bag. For you, it might be music, running, studying, or building something from scratch. And the end of the day, discipline is what turns dreams into reality. And I'll always be grateful to boxing for teaching me that. So thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you connected with anything I say today, I hope you take a moment to reflect on your own life. Ask yourself, where can I where can I add where can I add more discipline? What small habits can I commit to even when motivation fades? And remember, motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Until next time, stay strong, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward.